The Seventh Lem'a from Bediuzzaman Sayyid Nursi's Risale-i Nur collection, contained in the book Lem'a, is a profound tafsir that explains the last three verses of Surah al-Fath in the Qur'an, focusing on their messages about the future and the roles of the Sahabah, companions, and the Tabi'in, followers. These three verses are considered among the most important examples of the Qur'an's miraculous foretelling of the unseen. The first verse, with the words, "Allah has truly fulfilled the vision for his messenger," foretells the conquest of Makkah with certainty 2 years before it took place. The second verse declares that the Treaty of Hudaybiyyah, although outwardly appearing to favor the Quraysh, was in reality a great victory. It became the key to future conquests. While it seemed like a material defeat, it was in fact a spiritual victory that conquered hearts through the Quranic power. For example, figures like Khalid ibn al-Walid and Amr ibn al-As, who initially resisted acknowledging defeat, later became major leaders of Islamic conquests after the treaty. The third prophecy is, "You shall surely enter the sacred mosque if Allah wills in security." At that time, while the Quraysh majority in Makkah were still enemies, this divine guarantee was given. And as it came true, Islam encompassed all of Quraysh and security was established. The fourth verse announces that the religion brought by the messenger will prevail over all other religions. At that time, Islam appeared as the faith of only a small tribe, but in the future it would dominate nations and states. The fifth verse describes the characteristics of the Sahabah: stern against the disbelievers, merciful among themselves, devoted in worship with bowing and prostration, faithful according to their spiritual ranks. This verse also alludes to the future positions of the rightly guided caliphs and Imam Ali, radiallahu anhu. The sixth and seventh prophecies are connected with references in the Torah and the Gospel. The Torah foretells that the Sahabah will be full of worship and righteousness. The Gospel indicates that although they will appear few and weak at first, they will grow, gain strength, and by defeating the disbelievers, will establish the Prophet's authority. The last verse of Surah al-Fath points to the future role of the four rightly guided caliphs and also Imam Hassan radiallahu anhu, as well as the path that the Tabi'in will follow. This verse, both explicitly and implicitly, guides the Sahabah, the believers, and the God-fearing. It shows the classes with whom they will accompany in the path of knowledge and worship. One of the miraculous aspects of the Qur'an is its hidden meanings through Abjad and numerical correspondences. For instance, Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim contains, both numerically and in its letters, various secrets and keys to the worlds. Such symbolic and indicative meanings in the Qur'an reveal the attributes of the Sahabah and Tabi'in, the order of the caliphates, and the moral ranks of the believers. The Seventh Lem'a highlights the prophecies and miraculous signs contained in the verses of Surah al-Fath, presenting both past and future messages, and shows that in every verse of the Qur'an there are thousands of meanings and dimensions.